Elena De La Vega's gone in. That's it. They're all in. We're set to race. They're off. They're racing over 1.5 miles for the Beverley Annual Badge Holders Handicap Stakes. And first to begin, near side, Elena De La Vega in the beige and brown jacket wants the pace. Towards the inside, also racing prominently as they settle down, is Violet Zabo. Mask of Anarchy next to that one. Terminator a little bit deeper in green and yellow, followed by the blue and yellow of Haven Lady to the inside. Then the striped jacket of Dandy's Angel, sitting in company with Clan Jock. Calculus is racing second last, and Iron Sheriff has settled at the back of the 9-runner field, and he'd be 8 to 10 off the leader, which is Elena De La Vega as they take the turn and head into the back stretch. Right opposite the grandstands they go then. Elena De La Vega in front, shows the way by about 1.5 lengths. Towards the inside, Violet Zabo continues to race prominently. Mask of Anarchy a little bit deeper in the black and orange jacket. Horse and a noseband. 1.5 lengths back to Terminator on the outside of Haven Lady. Calculus making up ground. Red jacket, yellow stars. Tucked in towards the back of the field, Clan Jock. Dandy's Angel now second last, and Iron Sheriff's at the back of the field, and now 12 off the pace, which is now being taken on by Calculus and Kieran Schofield, who've injected a little bit more pace here. Down the far side of the track they go then, inside the final 7 furlongs, and Calculus has opened up by maybe 4 to 5 lengths. Racing back in second position, Elena De La Vega, followed by the pale blue jacket of Violet Zabo to the inside of Mask of Anarchy. Terminator centre pack with Haven Lady. No movers yet from Clan Jock, still sitting well back in the pace. So too Dandy's Angel and Iron Sheriff at the back. Calculus has sprouted wings here. He's left the back stretch behind him already and is on the descent inside the final 5 furlongs. Calculus by the best part of 15 lengths, maybe 20. Back in second position, Elena De La Vega, followed through in third place by Violet Zabo, racing to the inside of Mask of Anarchy. The Haven Lady is next, and then Terminator, but it's Calculus still on the descent, 3.5 furlongs to go. Calculus with a huge lead as he takes the hill. Back in second position, trying to close in Mask of Anarchy. Elena De La Vega towards the inside is next in the field, but Calculus still trying to kick for home here. The margin of lead has been reduced. It's about 12 lengths now. Terminator's trying to come out of the pack. The white face of Clan Jock out deep. Mask of Anarchy in the noseband. Inside the final 1.5 furlongs they come. Calculus is starting to tread water, but still leads by 10. Terminator is giving chase. Mask of Anarchy is next. Clan Jock to the near side from Dandy's Angel, Haven Lady and Iron Sheriff trying to power home. Still Calculus well inside the furlong now. The cavalry are coming. Can he last home? Calculus, Terminator's trying to reel him in. So too Clan Jock. Calculus in front as they race up towards the line. A major shot. Calculus got there to Terminator in second. Clan Jock for third. Dandy's Angel and then Mask of Anarchy.
Calculus has just hung on to take the 1.5 mile handicap, having burst clear of the field and built up an unassailable advantage. Terminator is second, back in third is Clan Jock. So Dandy's Angel eventually finishing in fourth spot, but a shot winner, the complete outsider of the field, who really hadn't shown anything for a good while, if indeed ever really. Going back a long way since a couple of second place finishes which were encouraging enough, and recent duck eggs, but second start of the season and sent miles clear from a long way out, and has just hung on.
By the skin of his teeth, another couple of strides he'd have been caught, but cheek pieces were applied today. Kieran Schofield was making use of that headgear and certainly made a decisive move down the back straight and kicked Calculus in the belly and made him get on with his work. So look, he's just managed to hold on. Arguably, you know, kicked him too soon really, but he's won at 50 to 1, and I mean, you can't take an awful lot away from them, can you?
Wasn't the best away from the stalls, and you can see here he's got one behind him in this early point of the race as the eventual winner, Calculus. And here the early tempo is set by Elena De La Vega. So he's right at the back of the field. He's settled with one behind and not fully settled, I suppose. The pace typical of races over this sort of trip starts to steady, and Kieran, rather than sitting where he was, wheels the horse out onto the outside, and he then sort of latches on and just races clear. And he's just ignored at that point, and for the riders in behind, they're just thinking he'll definitely come back. They must be.
Yeah, well, obviously here he's still with the field. We're a mile from home at this stage, and he's keen on the outside. Kieran's looking over as if to think, can I get in anywhere? But by this point, there's no way he's going to be able to slot in. So eventually I think he just thinks, oh, well, I might as well drop my hands and let him sail on. He's racing too freely. Here you can see about 6.5 furlongs. He drops his hands on his neck and says, go on then. No point two of us pulling. And away he went. And I suppose for the jockeys in behind, you're thinking, well, that horse has pulled its way past us. It's now going way too quick. It's definitely not going to get home. The jockeys obviously know the horses and the colours around them. They're going to think, well, that's 50 to 1 shot. So it's going to be difficult for that horse to keep going. But he has. And,
I mean, he hasn't. He's kept going just well enough, hasn't he? But he has built up a massive advantage.
And I think here around that bend, you're running downhill just before you start hit rising ground again. So Kieran's probably been able to get enough of a breather in to just about hold on. Whereas then the other jockeys start to get in a little bit into panic mode and have to try and close that gap. They did close, but not quite soon enough.
They were going to need him to absolutely walk, weren't they, given how much he'd built up. And he built up that big advantage as they were swinging downhill round the bend. He turns into the straight, and it did look for a while as though they were going to struggle because it's low-grade horses in behind, and it's just whether he can keep turning over at all, which he has, to his credit, the winner.
Yeah, he has. I think it's just about the half a furlong mark. His stride seems to change and shorten a little bit. That's when he's getting a bit tired. That's when the packs start to make up that ground a bit quicker. It's so frustrating. If you're one of the jockeys in behind, you'll be thinking, oh, I can't believe we let him get away. But at the same time, when you're riding in the race, the feel you're getting is no way that horse can keep going when it's pulled that hard and gone that quick. So it's 6-1, half a dozen in that situation. And look, Kieran Schofield has managed to hold on, and Calculus has got off the mark at a 50 to 1.
Yeah, as a punter, if I've had a bet in races like that, I just don't like them. I think strange things, you never quite know. It's not straightforward to be judged in behind. There's a rider, you must hate it, because you kind of assume, and in most instances they come back, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. It is difficult as a rider because you're on a horse that likes to go an even gallop, and one comes past you going that quick. That's not even. For a rider, you're thinking, well, that's too fast for my horse if I go and lay up with it.
Yeah.
And then when you don't catch them back, you think, oh, well, maybe I should have gone. You can
it's the balancing act.
Drive yourself mad over it. Yeah.
They obviously let the gap grow a little bit too big, but credit to Kieran Schofield and Sarah Ender, who have teamed up to win. Calculus has caused a 50 to 1 shock in our penultimate race of the afternoon at Beverley. A winner for trainer Sarah Ender and winning jockey Kieran Schofield, who joins me now. Kieran, it was interesting to watch, bursting clear like that and doing it, having come from the back of the field. How did it play out for you?
Well, I mean, the plan was to sit mid-div and get a bit of cover, really, because we know he can be keen. He's predominantly gone from the front, so we wanted to try something different with him. And clearly today he just wanted to go from the front. And, I got a bit of cover to begin with. Then he just kind of got a bit of a run on me down the back there, and it went a bit clear.
So rather than fighting him, once he's getting the run on you, rather than trying to fight him and drag him back and pull him in, you're out wide at that point. You just think, well, you do what you want then, don't have a fight with him and let him roll along and see how long he lasts. Yeah,
I just tried to let him roll along after that. You're going to use more energy by pulling him about and trying to stop him, so hopefully he stayed, and he did. Got to the 3 and things just weren't coming near me. So
realistically, when you turned in, you've got the Beverley climb to come. Were you just waiting for him to empty and be swamped?
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah, you just, like I said, as soon as I was coming around the bend, I was just waiting to get swallowed up, and luckily nothing did. He outstayed them all. So yeah.
So you can take great credit for a ride like that, but equally, for the lads in behind, it's frustrating, and I suppose it's quite difficult to know at what point to come after you.
Yeah, exactly. All the lads behind me probably did right. Maybe any other day they would have swallowed me up. You go that clear, you expect to catch them, and today they just didn't. So.
And the horse has had to be gutsy late on to just keep turning over because he was very, very tired by the time he got to the line.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that surprised me the most, really. With every hit, he kept finding for me and staying on. So, like I said, I expected him to stop, but he didn't. So.
Must have been enjoyable to pull that off, though.
Yeah, and very tiring as well.
Yeah, you said your arms are a bit sore, so maybe a case of just rather didn't want to fight him and couldn't fight him, perhaps.
That's it, yeah. Couldn't and wouldn't, yeah.
Well done, Kieran. It's good to see you on a big prize winner. Congratulations on it.
Thank you, cheers.